Well, on that note, I think I'm being told that the games have started.
Okay. Well, then here we go. I'm gonna pull up the games right now. We were
Awesome.
still getting them on camera, and hold on just a tick.
We will have it soon, chat. So let's see. I mean, is Foosley going to
Here we
be
go.
able to survive out of the opening against VoyBoy? Such a heavy favorite here.
Yep. Ah, here we go. I'm suddenly nervous. VoyBoy getting the first move. Look at that quickness. Boom. She says.
Okay, she's going for the Caro-Kann. I mean, that is really impressive. She
But
needed to prepare with the black pieces. I think Chiyu actually helped her with this.
but look how fast she played there.
Yeah, I mean, 0.4 seconds. She has more time than she started with. This is a
Yeah.
great sign.
No, she just went full. And look at that. She's pre-moving.
Oh my gosh, Foosley, I respect the hustle. She's trying to scare VoyBoy. I love how
Yeah.
VoyBoy is wearing the beanie again. It just makes his brain look bigger. It's an intimidating technique.
The Coneheads was a thing at some point. Not a very cool thing, but okay, moving on. Fuslie, I feel like this is a message she's trying to send. Let's take a listen to see what she's talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not phased. Do it. I'll take your bishop. You know I will. I'm not phased. Okay, so we have an imposter hat going on. We are probably going to build out this hat part. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Whew. I almost done blocked my bishop. What are you doing? Oh my God. Where do I put this thing? This pins his guy to the... I kind of like that. We are pinning your knight, VoyBoy. How do you like that?
I love that. The slight trash talk.
I feel I'm too confident. Okay, this is my next move. We're getting the hat development. I'm not, nothing's boom, boom. Okay, sure, that's
all
fine.
Right,
You're
so
supporting
I
this
love that
highlights.
which is all good. I like
She's
it.
highlighting, anticipating her
I
opponent's
don't
moves.
really
It's
know. I mean, if you go here, if you
maybe
go
we
here,
are in for an
okay.
upset here. I'm loving the confidence.
I mean, whatever, really, right?
Yeah, the confidence
I
is
could
great,
do,
but I'm always a little bit worried to
just
see
finish up the
players make it out of the opening and then what's gonna happen.
Right.
But so far, so good. VoyBoy also
next
has
move.
that pin on the C6 knight, but
looking
that's
to
a lot
develop
less
this, right?
intimidating
He's gonna
because she
castle,
can
that's
always
great,
just take
that's
back with the
great.
pawn versus the knight on F3. There's some risk he'll have to mess up his pawn structure on the king side.
Wow, that was... Yeah, I mean, like you said, I was just impressed by how quickly she's played because also the position is totally equal, right? I mean, very close to dead equality, as everyone can see, not just from the eval bar, but players developing their pieces. Knight e7 was a little risky, Alexandra, because it blocks the bishop, which in turn blocks the castle. So that might be a move she'll wish she had back. You could have just developed the bishop, then gotten the knight out and gotten castled. So
right.
That's my
well,
first...
she'll have to move her g pawn and develop the bishop, or bring her knight to f5. If her plan is to bring the knight to f5, then this makes quite a bit of sense.
Yeah, but I think we'll see how VoyBoy handles it. I'm getting a sense that this is one of the moves you said. The risk of playing too fast is will you make a blunder, right? She was playing very confidently. In fact, up about a minute on the clock over VoyBoy, but this could come back to haunt her, that she caused that kind of dysfunction to her ability to get the king out of the center.
Right, and now that she put her bishop on f5, she's not going to be able to put her knight there. So her development is about to get a little bit awkward. But on that note, maybe we should listen in on what VoyBoy is saying about this as well.
Let's do it.
Nice music pace.
So I could go.
Contrary to popular belief, listening to classical music does not make you smarter.
Go something like that with
or help your chess, but at least it doesn't distract from your focus.
Too bad. It's gonna take her 2 moves to get this bishop out, 3 moves to castle. So
see, he's highlighting it.
I could go queen here 1 move. This is after she's doing this. Bishop here 2 moves. Takes. I got nothing. I need to get this knight as another attacker. But now that the bishop is unpinned, I might be able to bring this over. Seems
I like what he's saying.
Okay, so she moved her bishop again. So kind of wasted a move. So
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
she could take this if I
really
move my bishop,
breaking
but I
down
don't
his
think that
thought
really
process, and
matters.
I think
She
he's
doesn't have
doing
much
it
threat
correctly.
on
He
me.
saw that the pin on
I think what I
c6
should
was,
do here is go
you know,
knight
a
here
key point he
immediately,
could go
and then
for
I'm
here.
putting more
And now I
pressure
wonder
on
if
this
Fuslie is
knight.
going to see a6 to try and push the bishop
So
away.
rush
It's a
it.
bit of
I
a
think that's the
counterintuitive
best
move because you're
I could
pushing
go-
a
I could
pawn
go
on the
knight
side
here,
before
attacking the
you've
bishop
developed.
again, but this
But I
move
think
attacks
she'll
this
try to
square
do
and this
something
square,
about
which I
the
have some
c6
pressure
pin.
on. So let me do that.
Yeah, well now if she plays a6, that
So it
actually
should be
could do
okay.
what you were talking about. That would actually help. But he seemed to have a pretty good idea of what the problems were in Black's position. Listening in on him, like he was describing, like it's going to take her 3 moves to get the bishop out, and that's going to cause problems here. So I think that
Wait, how is her diamond pink and mine is blue? What the hell? It's not fair.
Well, he doesn't know he can change his flare. That's hilarious. He's complaining about her diamond being pink.
I have to ask the. I guess Leslie too.
We'll have to give him the
Chess.com.
tips so that he can make it a little
Yeah.
bit more customized. I think he wants the pink one too, judging from his outfit.
Yeah.
Ooh, G6 made. So this feels a little bit concerning because she didn't do anything about the pin, but also her dark squares are going to be a little bit weaker now. If he sees a
Yep.
move like bishop G5 to create double pins, it's going to be tough for her.
Yeah, G6 is risky, but it's sort of a symptom of the problem she started when she put the knight in front of the bishop for that natural diagonal. So there's also, I'm pretty sure that if VoyBoy sees it, he could play F3 and maybe even trap this bishop in the middle of the board here. I mean, this is
that's
risky.
a good call.
But maybe F3 and G4. Also, just moving bishop G5 is a huge problem because you threaten to take the dark squares, and now you're threatening to take here because the knight is pinned to the queen. So VoyBoy, I think, rightfully pausing a little bit here to make sure he finds the right approach.
And as a coach, what would you be more proud of? A move like F3 or bishop G5 here?
Bishop G5, for sure.
And the reason for that is to not create weaknesses?
Well, I think that bishop G5 is a more like, wow. And he finds it. And I'm not his coach.
That's very impressive. Kid genius for a reason, right?
Bishop G5 but takes advantage. Like, bishop G5 shows your critical thinking, that you recognize the problems with G6 immediately, right? It's like, I think as a coach, it's like you want to see things like that, where someone plays this move and they don't miss the chance to immediately expose the weakness in something that's changed. Because a lot of people make up their mind in advance what their plan is, and they don't adjust when things are changing coming at them. But he immediately finds the best move, and I think this is big trouble here for.
And you can see Fuslie's reaction. She seemed quite animated. So I think she senses that she's in trouble here. And now if she just continues with business as usual, bishop G2 to try to continue castling, all of a sudden he can take the knight on C6. Oh, she does sense it. Okay. So she defends the knight one more time. That's a very good move on her end as well. It shows great positional, not positional, but tactical understanding that she might be in trouble.
Agreed. It's sacrificing the dark squares. Of course, you know, bishop F6 could be played, but it might have been the right poison to swallow, as they say. She was sort of picking between them.
All right, so now it's his turn to continue here. It's getting a little bit trickier. So she hasn't been able to castle yet.
Yep. And now if she does, the F7 pawn hangs too. So I'm sorry, I'm kind of watching them and just trying to read on their body language. I mean, again, we highlighted it and not to kind of, you know, pick apart the point, but I really believe right back here, everything was going well. And you can even see the computer start to give white just a little bit of an edge on 97. Didn't like this move. And for good reason. It caused dysfunction that starts to get revealed later on. So let's go full screen with Fuslie again and see what she's talking about with those highlights.
Something chill. That's what I'm going to do. Even though this is defending this and this, these guys have backup here. This guy has backup here. So, what did he do? Wait, what? Wait, how did he do that? Oh my God. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that was actually a bad move.
That freaked me out because I was not expecting that.
I love her reaction.
Don't think too fast. I mean, like, maybe I go like this. Is it better to move my queen here or my bishop here? My bishop is protecting nothing. My queen is really... I think it's fine to move my bishop up. It develops it. I can still castle.
That was a huge mistake by VoyBoy.
I'm going to castle next move.
And she found the right continuation.
Yeah.
And now she's sitting. Has she been thinking
Wait.
on his turn as
Oh
well?
my god. When did we lose these
Yeah,
pieces?
she's done a very good job, I
We're
think.
kind of aggressive game
anticipating
already.
it.
We've been trading. Oh my god, I'm
got
not
a
like
little bit
losing
overconfident
too
there.
hard right now. Okay.
But whenever we're listening in on them, I suddenly feel like
My
a golf
checkmate plan is still a
commentator.
go,
and I
guys,
want
by
to
the
be
way.
really quiet.
Yeah, I'm
And you
trying
can do
not
it
to
really
talk
sneaky
over
so
her.
he doesn't notice. But like what it's gonna be is like this, then this, right? And as soon as I can do that, it's checkmate. So watch. He's gonna be oh wait, holy
No.
F. Okay, so that's our new problem. Here's our new arch enemy.
That
What if we do
was
that?
a little too scary.
It's kind of worth. Like, what do we do this, right? We go here. He takes.
He doesn't even see
Aw,
the
man,
knight's
but
pin.
then
I
there's
love
a
when you're
new
calculating
guy.
a line that starts with an
It's
illegal
what
move.
Albert calls the
Right.
stunt double.
Okay, she castled though. She figured it out.
That is awesome.
She's made this. I mean, okay, so it started here when VoyBoy played bishop takes e7, and this is. I said I was proud of this move as a coach, Alexandra. Then this move is like you never trade a more active piece for a less active piece, especially when the position is just begging for you to own the dark squares. So this was a huge mistake. The computer didn't like it either, and now Foosley is right back in this game.
Absolutely. And Andrea's playing music really loud in the background. Can you guys hear it at all, or is it all right? Little
We can't
siblings, you
hear it.
know? Okay.
Yeah. It's like, that's my mom. I don't know if you've heard, like, there's like vacuuming going on in the background here. No one can hear it either.
Okay.
But no, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna ask her to turn it down. I love being at home during COVID. It's really been great.
Yeah, really been great.
Mhm.
Sharing with your little sister. No inconveniences at all.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, wow. This is actually crazy because even though F3 like doesn't work, it's because of something that Fuslie would have to see that's very tricky to see. If the bishop just continues to go backward, White will trap the bishop, but the only way to save it at some point might be because of this crazy tactic, bishop c2, where you bring the queen to a square and take advantage of a pin on the c-pawn. This is like super grandmaster level.
Yeah, that's gonna be impossible to see.
Exactly, which is why Fuslie just made a huge mistake. So this was one of those really tricky positions where even though we were right that VoyBoy misplayed it, Fuslie had to see some really tricky ideas to save it. And one of them was maybe this crazy pin. You bring a queen to a square, and the point, everybody, is if the pawn takes it, Fuslie would win the queen for free. And this would actually maybe won the game for Fuslie, but that's a super hard move to see. This move, bishop
And it
c2.
goes even deeper because then let's not go deeper into the line. It is a hard one to see. So instead, she went for queen a5,
Yeah.
trying to threaten a piece. But unfortunately, he can trade off first, get rid of the threat, and then take the bishop on e4.
Yep. The other thing she could have done was, traded on e5 perhaps and saved it. But I think VoyBoy's reasoning now, Alexandra's making more sense to me. It was still a mistake by him, but the reasoning he played bishop takes e7 is I think he spied this bishop trap idea and just kind of committed to it. He was like, oh, I'm just going to go trap the bishop, but it doesn't work if Fuslie actually finds the right ideas to either trade or play bishop c2. So kind of can forgive him for giving up that dark square bishop, but he did get a little bit lucky.
Right. Well, now he's going to be up a full piece. He's a little bit lower on the clock. Do you think Fuslie still has any recovery chances?
I mean, she's only down a piece, but the problem is she's down a piece to one of the better players who seems pretty confident. Let's take a listen in on him because he is stretching, and let's hear what he has to say.
Crack in her armor. Nice. When the piece, pawn takes, I can take back with knight. If she brings rook here, I could also go there. It's been pretty nice fork on the two rooks. It might be kind of logical. She could also bring the other rook over. But I have some nice things on her king too, so she's got to be pretty careful, I think.
Logical.
What I like is that he thinks on her time. This is really important in rapid games.
Agreed. Here come the five heads.
Chad, are you proud of him?
So proud. Wait, you weren't asking me, asking you.
No, that's important too.
Could we just
And
play
the
his music a little louder?
It's getting even more intense. I love it. And this is non-copyrighted, right?
Oh God, I hope so.
Um,
No DMCAs for me, please.
I actually have a fantastic update on DMCA.
Oh gosh.
So
Is there such a thing?
I got a strike because I was listening to 50 Cent in the club, right? But
Happens to all of us.
yesterday I found a remix to In the Chess Club by an artist who doesn't have it copyrighted. So guess who's going to be playing that on stream next? That's right.
First of all, if no one has heard Into Chess Club, will someone please share that link with chat? It is one of the, we did a contest on Chess.com more than 5 years ago, which is where that incredible video came from.
No, don't give spoilers. Wait for us to show it on stream at some point. It's too good. It's too
so
good to just
well, I
link
just think
in the
people should
chat.
check it out. Okay, I'll let you reveal it later. But did you know that video was the one that won our contest? We said make a viral chess video, and that video won.
Yeah, no, I saw Chess.com in the YouTube comments like, this is fantastic. So I assumed that was related to it.
Yeah. Many years ago, back when we were like, this internet thing is here to stay. I hear they're talking about a viral video. Let's get the kids to make one. And they did. The kids. Proverbial.
Yeah, your kids, of course.
You get it. All right, well, VoyBoy's doing well now. He's coordinating his pieces, coming toward the king side. This is one of the more instructive ones, I think, for Fuslie. You know, it's one of those ones where, as a coach, I would say, regardless of the tactics later that could have saved her, Alexandra, the energy you put into analyzing this game should really just focus on probably 97 early that we were talking about. There was no reason to create those problems for yourself. Oh, she just hung the F7 pawn. So
yeah, a lot of pawns are hanging here, and then he's gonna have some scary checkmate tactics with sacking on G6. Oh, that would be actually a beautiful finish for VoyBoy.
Yeah, let's see it. The reason I say that is because even if there's tactics later that could have saved a game, if they're the kind of tactics that it took an engine to make you realize were there, then they probably weren't on your critical thinking process. And you should put your energy into focusing on things you can control, which is like, all right, if I get this structure again, these are the mistakes I made that I can really put to memory and really commit to, right? Like, I can't rely on some crazy tactics. So VoyBoy, despite his mistake of bishop takes e7, I think has been pretty much in control of this game since, really since this move here on move 7, where she willingly kind of blocked her own development there. So,
yeah, exactly. And again, this is what I was talking about earlier. I think the players who have been putting in the work, they're able to get out of the opening alive, but then the tactics start coming on and it's just impossible to prepare for situations you don't expect. And that's where the more experienced player is going to take the W, as VoyBoy is doing here.
Yeah, it would take a big blunder, but let's go listen into Fuslie some more. She's doing a great job, and let's see what she's got to say.
Right, what? Like, this isn't really defending anything except this piece. He could take this, but I could take this. I'm gonna just do this. Wait, what was that the move? Wait, I can't move his piece. Wait, what was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? Oh my god, what was I gonna do? What was my move?
Oh no.
What was my move? What was my move?
I've had that happen where I forgot my move.
Wait, was I thinking about doing this because I can't? Oh, I was gonna go like this.
Oh no,
I'm doing that.
No.
I feel like he's 10 steps ahead of me. I'm playing extremely reactively.
Oh.
It's not fair. I can't beat him. Well,
her chat is going nuts.
what if I go like this? Out of nowhere.
No.
You feels?
I love how
actually right now he's not that scary. Do you know what I mean?
She
goes
knows
here,
exactly what's
he
happening.
can go here. I can defend against it. I think I'm gonna just go here. I'm gonna start attacking him.
Oh man. Well.
Oh my god.
She seems happy, so that counts for something, regardless of what's going on the board. She seems pretty psyched about, like she's smiling with the chat. Yeah, it's tough, and she knows. She's like, as she said, she's like, I feel like he's 10 steps ahead of me, and I'm just reacting, which is how it feels. Every chess player has had that, where you just feel like you're constantly reacting, and that's where she's at right now. So.
Yeah, and she's definitely intimidated, talking about how he's must be 10 steps ahead, but that's. Wow, he's finding the tactic, Danny. I mean, he's going to checkmate her in 2 or 3, depending on what she plays here. She played fantastic. That
was the forcing mate. And of course, there were a number of ways to win here, chat. I mean, you You could have taken with the knight. You could have just brought more pieces in. But VoyBoy finds the most accurate way to win, which just speaks to his experience. I'll just show the checkmate that's coming. If h takes, queen takes, you have a choice between king h8 and get mated by the knight, or king f8 and get mated by the queen. So rook takes g6 is that's pretty good stuff there from VoyBoy. So
he has been working on that tactical eye. I mean, this was just quite a mismatch. Obviously, the games are going to start getting a lot closer as we have the two halves of the group breaking off into the champions division and
Yep.
the contender division.
Yep.
But until there, she's going to have to practice against number one in the tournament.
Yep. And we were talking about that earlier, and not to change the setup. This game still has more, but okay, what I just predicted is about to happen, a checkmate in 2, and we'll see which one Foosley chooses. But I believe that VoyBoy will have to meet some of his challengers really in the second half. I think he's going to win this his quad, right? The quad that's happening now, and then here we go. Wow, that was just clean. What can you say, right? You gotta tip your hat or take off your beanie if you're VoyBoy. So.
Yeah, I'm digging the beanie. I mean, it seems to add some IQ, Danny. I think I'm gonna have to try it for the next competitive game I do on stream.
Hey, good games.
Good game. Classy.
Oh,
we did it.
And we are live now with Mr. Beanie himself, I want to call you, the legendary Beanie. You left the camera, VoyBoy, and went and got that beanie and then started the chess game. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, so my chat started calling it the Phantom Beanie. I started wearing this to originally keep my hair out of my head because I haven't been able to get a haircut in months. It's long overdue. And so I got this pink beanie because I love pink, and it kind of makes me look like Patrick Star a little bit, so I could channel some of his genius. And it turned out when I was on a big chess losing streak recently, I put on my Phantom Beanie, and I won like 6 games in a row. I just started smurfing, and I just got my confidence back. So now I have to wear it for anything that requires me to be performing at a peak level. I think it optimally constricts the blood flow around my brain and pushes it into my medulla oblongata, and then it allows me to ascend and do everything better, like play league better, play chess better. I don't know. I think there's something going on there.
I mean, a lot of chess players are actually superstitious, and they'll wear the same shirt if they won in it. And if they need to wear it 7 days in a row, they will. But you just took this to the next level.
Oh my God. Well, hopefully they're watching it those 7 days.
They're not watching it as often as I would like to say. But I want to give you a chance to tell us how you felt about this game. So first of all, congratulations, you're 2-0. But
thank you.
This game started out a little. I mean, she was bringing the tempo. She was bringing the confidence. So what was going on there with how are you feeling?
Yeah, she was playing really well. I mean, her first move is not something that I had experience with. My chat told me after that Hikaru helped her prep it. Yeah. And I was pretty impressed because she was pre-moving, going ham. She knew exactly what she knew exactly what I was going to do. And I was really impressed. She was moving faster than me. She wasn't really making any mistakes. I tried a few different tactics that I thought were good ideas. And I was like, oh, I thought this had a pretty good chance of working at different points. And every single time she just stopped in its tracks. So I was like, God damn, Leslie's playing so well. I don't where am I going to get this this advantage that I need? And I finally found it, but it took most of the game to get there. So yeah, I thought it was really close game.
It's funny because we just saw a preview of her on the game report, and I have to say that we spent most of our time highlighting that her first big mistake was right here when she didn't play bishop d6. She should have developed and not blocked her own development with the move knight to e7, which is what she did. And we listened in on you, and you did a good job kind of describing the problem with this, that it was going to take her several moves to get castled. So was this the first moment you had a little bit of confidence?
Yeah, that's when I realized that I could try to set up some sort of initiative on that knight that I had pinned. Because I realized from my games and just watching and learning a lot more chess lately, pins early especially are so OP. That's why people try so hard to break them with the random h3 a6 move, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Because it just creates such a vulnerability. So I was like, okay, so I still have this pin. It's going to take her extra long to castle. So maybe I can try to pressure it. And I knew that bishop on g4 was the reason I couldn't get my knight for more reinforcements on c6. So I was like, okay, let me try to like see if she'll trade it off. If she does, I'll take my queen, and then I have like more pieces on the board. I'm already castled. Like I felt pretty good about this position if it happened, and then she ended up not trading it and moving it back. But I think where she moved it. So this was where I was like, okay, now I have some options. Because before this, I was like, man, I don't really know like how I'm gonna try to get a lead yet. And then when she did that, I was like, okay, now I have a free move with my knight. I can go for something. Yep. And then I was surprised like she didn't really let me get like a lead in the way I thought she would. But it was a little spicy.
She played bishop before, and then you finished your plan of oops, sorry, jumped ahead there, but you played knight e5, and then you started playing great. I was actually really applauding the move bishop g5. I was highlighting as a coach. Alexandra asked me, because you had two ideas after g6. One was to immediately try to trap the bishop with f3.
Yeah.
But
did you guys hear me talking about that?
What?
Did you hear me talking about that, or you just knew?
No, that was just something we were talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
But I actually think this is the better move. You recognize the chance to take advantage of g6 with this. But then I'm only going to say this because I've watched your streams now. I know you appreciate a little bit of criticism. You use our game report tool all the time.
Yeah,
so
for sure. That
this was the one moment.
Analysis tool.
Yeah. I've seen you using it. And by the way, I really like your suggestion to turn the target into a pink thing instead of a gray thing. That's genius.
See? The good move should be, they should pat you on the back for getting a good move, not like yell at you like, oh, it's gray. Like, what in life that is like good is gray, right? Like,
thank you.
It's depressing. If you get a good move, it should be at least a color that inspires a little bit of hope, not too much like the lime green where it's like nice, you made a perfect move, but just like a pink, that would be perfect.
Will someone clip this moment right now and send it, because we are going to turn the target into the color of VoyBoy's hat. I'm not kidding.
Wait, let's go.
Here we go.
What a contribution to Chess VoyBoy.
We're gonna forever change it.
Wait, it's so funny. Like before this, when I was just like playing warm-up games, I was talking about how I'm going to spend the next 10 years of my life trying to improve and become a GM. So that way I could make like a contributing move, like the Void Gambler, like the Frozen Mallet to like the chess industry. But then now I just, in like 2 days, like now we're going to change the good move to a pink. Like, dude, I'm done. Now I can just quit chess. I changed the game. Like, that's all I had to do. Let's go.
Oh, man. Well, I wanted to talk also about something that happened on stream yesterday. So a big rivalry. BoxBox said that you took Challenger away from him in League, and the only reason he's playing this event is to try to take you down. You got any rebuttal for him?
Yeah, so I did see that. So what happened was BoxBox was playing his master promo. He's not quite Challenger, but he's on his way. I'm not either right now. League's a struggle sometimes. But anyway, so I beat him. I hard carried against him in the game he needed to win for his master promo. As a good friend, you would think, oh, like I would go easy on him, like maybe give him a chance. No. He needs to earn that, and just like he needs to earn this chess PogChamps championship, if he wants to meet me in the next round or whatever, like Albert Zhang, bring it on. But I destroyed him in the master promo, and I'm going to fudging destroy him in the chess match. I hope you spend 50 hours studying my openings and analyzing my games and get coached by Hikaru, Alexandra, Danny, and Magnus Carlsen, because no matter what you do, BoxBox, I will destroy you. You're going to be one box smashed into a little cube, and I'm going to checkmate that so easily. So anyway,
first of all, I'm Team VoyBoy now. I'll work with you. I don't know if I can ever be on BoxBox's team anymore after that little
let's
speak.
Go. That's what I'm talking about.
I
just need to snipe all his coaches, and then he's doomed. That's genius.
Well, VoyBoy, in that case, I'm gonna have to stay loyal. I'll have to support BoxBox, but honestly,
how could you?
Respect for that trash talk.
No, we'll stay.
Even after the beanie. What if I bribe you with the pink beanie?
Loyalty is high, and you're already the favorite.
Honestly, respect. I respect that. No problem. That's
you got me though, and we're gonna change that target to pink. So
Danny's ready. All right,
hey, let's go.
we're gonna let you go, man. Again, great game. You played well, and it was awesome when we tuned in and saw your thought process. So we'll let you get back at it. We're gonna get set for the next match, but look for the target color to be updated at some point here. So.
Hey, let's go. All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone.
So much. This was a blast, VoyBoy.
And good.
We lost him. We lost VoyBoy, but they can still hear us.
Oh, wait. Can you hear me now?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to say, sorry. I don't know if I was taking up the time, but I just want to say really good game to Leslie. I thought she played awesome.
I'm really excited to see how she does in the next match. And yeah, thanks everybody. Bye.
Awesome,
Bye.
man. See ya. All right, that was awesome. Good sportsmanship there, coming back in to wish his best to Leslie and give her good luck. That's our schedule coming up for those of you who are maybe tuning in again to this event for the first time. The date is June 9th, right? Wait, no, today's the 8th.
We're the
LOL.
8th, but tomorrow's the 9th. So
Tomorrow's the 9th.
Close enough, Danny.
Okay, so
Hey,
did my
Fuslie.
best.
Sorry. Don't want to interrupt.
Leslie, you're here.
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Thanks for being here. I'm Danny with Chess. I think you already know Alexandra.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Danny. And hi,
Thank-
Alexandra.
Good to see
Nice
you.
to meet you too. So you had a first of all, you had a great start out the gate here. You were playing quickly, playing confidently. Where did you feel that you maybe first played too quickly, or what went wrong from your point of view in this game?
Yeah, so my strategy was to play so quickly that he didn't realize that I moved at all, so that he would run the clock down. That was my
Okay.
first strat, and I actually thought that that would work, but it didn't. So then I just was playing. Okay, I was trying to make the hat a bit, and I remember that the big thing here is like developing. So I realized that I need to develop in order to castle. So I made this move, knight to e7, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when I realized I messed up because I made my first mess up because I blocked my bishop. And after that, my brain just like spiraled, and I was like, no, I messed up. And then I blundered again, blundered, and then it just went downhill from there.
Well, if you realized you messed up, then you had the right strategy. So you think this was because you were playing too quickly in the opening?
Yeah, I wanted to play quickly so he would think that I was confident, so that it would like mess with him. So he'd be like, whoa, she's kind of good. Like maybe I need to rethink my moves a little bit. But yeah.
We just caught up with him, and he kind of said that he kind of knew you came really well prepared, and then we saw you streaming a minute ago analyzing that you are. I don't even need to say anything because you already talked. Bishop d6 would have been great, and then the move you played would have been awesome, right? To support the knight, defend everything, and get castled. It was really just that putting the knight in front of the bishop first caused all kinds of problems.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm mad about that. And I was looking at the analysis, and it just blew my mind that like there's just moves I couldn't see. Like I didn't even dare to move my knight up, or was it my bishop or something?
It was your
C2?
bishop later on. I'll show. Yeah, you had a great game, and then we got to this spot here where he was trapping your bishop, right? And you could have moved it up here or something like that.
Yeah.
You want to show her that crazy tactic, Danny?
Yeah, I can't see it. Or I mean, I'm looking at the screen now.
Honestly, yeah, you shouldn't really beat yourself up, but you had this crazy idea where you could have played the bishop here to bring the queen and then take the pawn here, which would have been horribly hard to see. It actually works because the pawn is pinned, and if he takes it, you win his queen for free.
Oh my god. Yeah, I see it.
But this
and if the queen moves anywhere, you get to kind of pick up the knight here. You could also win the bishop. So it's okay, but this is not the kind of thing you should beat yourself up about at all, because that's a very, very difficult thing to see. I think if I was playing the coach hat, which I'm not your coach, so sorry for suggest, but I would say that the main thing to focus on in this game would just be the beginning, just not creating the problems for yourself, because before that, I mean, you were up a minute on time, you were playing great. I think that was really the main thing to adjust in the future.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting to win this one because it's VoyBoy, but my match against Nate will be the deciding factor to see who goes into the winner's bracket or loser's bracket. So I'm gonna prepare.
Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. And you had a fantastic first game. You had the checkmate in 13, and now you're going to be playing Nate, who is a much similar rating level to you. So what's your strategy for that match?
I can't say.
Don't say.
You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bait you like that.
No, I actually don't have one yet, but I'll work on one. I will. I have a couple days, right? It's on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I have like 4 days. I'll think of something. But maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll just execute it better. Maybe I'll learn a different defense. But that match I'm looking forward to a lot.
Along with everybody, yeah. I think, as you said, that'll be the match that decides who's going on most likely. So. Honestly, watching your stream, the improvement is real. This has been crazy to see. So it's awesome to see that you're gonna get back at it on Friday. And good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, yesterday I lost to a 545 like random, and it blew my confidence. Like it was not the best game to play before this one. But I'm gonna keep practicing. You know, I've had a lot of fun learning, and yeah, even if I lose on Friday and then lose again in the losers bracket, I'm still happy because I did get one win, and that's better than I expected to do this whole thing. No flame on E-Rob though.
No,
Like,
that's
yeah,
an
yeah,
awesome
sorry.
awesome attitude. And don't worry, that 500 was probably stream sniping.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going around these days. So, all right, Leslie. Well, good luck on Friday, and hopefully we'll catch up with you then.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Goodbye.
And there was Foosley, Leslie, who's pretty awesome, and she legit has improved a lot. I mean, you called it, Alexander, that she might be someone for an upset. The way she started that game, I was impressed, and then like you said, played a little too fast, caught up with
Right.
it.
But you could tell that she even knew the mistakes she made. So it does
Yeah.
show that she's been learning and putting in a lot of thought into the games. So impressive to survive that long, nevertheless.